Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be doing our daily transparency update as always. So if you're new here, that just includes me talking about my gains or my losses for every single stock market day that I can make these videos. So with today, as you can see, we had another red day for Tesla. But with these videos, like I said, anytime, regardless of whether it's a huge red day or a huge green day, I always like to have that transparency here. That way, not only am I able to just keep it real with you all, but in the future as well, it's going to be pretty fun to look back on these videos and see the progress that I've made with my portfolio and just my investing mindset overall. So anyways, before we get into this one, as always, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoy these videos. It really does help me out. But as you can see, just starting off for today, as I stated, Tesla stock was in the red for today. So with the portfolio currently, we are at a value of $165,836.36. And in the normal market hours today, we got a minus 2.06% drop, which is minus $3,497.08. And then in the after hours currently, we are at minus 0.13%, which is equivalent to minus $216.62. So not the greatest day ever. Of course, we're down a few $1,000s, but I have to be honest, even on the days where I've been down a lot more money, like $20,000, $28,000, it really doesn't make a huge difference to me. I pay more attention to the actual percentage gain or loss. And even if it happens to be a big drop day for Tesla stock, then I usually just try to take advantage of those days. So there's not much stressing out or anything like that when it comes to the stock market. For me, at least, I'm just one of these people that is able to keep their emotions separated from the market, which I would definitely recommend at least trying. One good thing that has always helped me with the market is just learning some of the basics. So one of the basics is to just separate your emotions from the market. Now, that's at least one of the things that I've learned. If you really want to keep investing and not worry about all of this noise and movement in the short term, then you just have to learn to accept a red day or a green day. No matter what happens, you just have to learn to say, okay, this is the way of the market, this is how it goes, and I'm just supposed to continue investing as usual and not get stressed out about these things. So for those of you that are having trouble with like getting nervous about the everyday movements of the market, you have to just accept the fact that that's how the market works. Many days it's going to go up, many days it's going to go down, and then sometimes you'll have up, down, day after day going back and forth. So that's just how the market is, and you have to learn to accept that. And the sooner you learn to separate your emotions from the market, you will be much, much better off, I promise you. Now, of course, that's just my personal opinion. Nothing that I say or have said in this video is to be considered financial advice, but when you start thinking positively with your portfolio and just investing in general, you start to think about different things as opportunities because you start to take on more of an aggressive investing approach, which would be like on a day like today where we saw a red day, then that gives you the opportunity to actually buy it when it's on sale. And with this transparency update, I have to let you all know I did buy some more Tesla stock today. Not a lot at all. It was just a fractional share of like $100 worth, but it's still a decent amount. The fact that I'm still buying, I just want to emphasize that. I try to take advantage of the days where there are opportunities like this. So I actually had a little bit of cash on the sidelines from one of my passive income sources today. So that's why I was able to purchase just around $100 worth of Tesla stock. But still, even if it's only like 25% as a fractional share, that's still some small amount of Tesla that I got on sale today. And I think this investment is going to pay off very well for me in the long term. So with these portfolio updates, sometimes there's just not a lot of substance other than talking about the movements for today. But in this video, I just wanted to emphasize the value of separating your emotions from the market because it enables you to do things that you would otherwise like worry about, but really like being aggressive on the red days and actually buying heavily on the red days actually presents itself a pretty big opportunity in the long term in which you're getting a significant discount for whatever stock you're interested in. And as long as you chose a good high quality company to invest in long term, then that's going to pay off pretty well for you. So that's the thing about red days. They end up becoming almost like a green day in the sense that it's actually a good thing where you're getting these opportunities. And I have to admit, sometimes it gets to a point for me where I start to get more excited about the red days than the green days. So like if there's a huge discount, like with how we saw Tesla at minus 20% in one day, I get really excited about that because those are the rare opportunities. Having a huge drop day like that is almost as rare as having a huge green day as well, if not even more rare than having a really huge green day. So just keep in mind, it can kind of go either way. You can either look at a minus 20% day as like, oh no, I'm in trouble, what's going to happen with my portfolio? Or you can look at it and be like, wow, this is a huge discount, I might as well take advantage of this while everyone else is panicking right now and they can't think clearly while I can, because I see a huge advantage with this opportunity here with this discount. So you can look at it with two different perspectives, and I'm more of like the positive thinker, or at least I try to be with a market. So I'm always looking for opportunities. Anytime where I see other people panicking, and specifically when it's around Tesla stock, that's when I like to slide up in there and take advantage of those opportunities. Because when other people are panicking and you're thinking logically and clearly because you're separating your emotions from the market, then that gives you a huge advantage against everyone else that is not able to think clearly and understand that this is not the end of the world, it's just a red day. And also, I just want to mention, I'm not mentioning this because I think that this is a huge drop day for Tesla. This is really business as usual. Tesla is one of those stocks that usually goes up or down 2 to 3%, and it's usually no big deal at all. That's just how Tesla stock goes. It's volatile and it moves up and down significantly sometimes. But I'm just emphasizing this because sometimes, as I said with these portfolio updates, a lot of the times we just talk about the movement for today and I never really get to add anything in there. So with this video, I kind of wanted to emphasize that once again, especially for the newer viewers as well, just because I think keeping your emotions separated from the market is an absolute game changer. Honestly, for me at least, it's probably like the #1 rule of investing. I mean, I have a few different factors that go into my mindset, like being a long-term investor, dollar cost averaging, keeping my emotions separated from the market. So those are just a few things right there. But I think those are really key factors in being a successful investor, because if you're constantly worried about the movements every day, I mean, for example, I even have some friends personally that are kind of like that, where they'll buy a stock because of like they hear a lot of hype around it and stuff, but then they'll end up selling it after like the first red day or so. And especially when it's regarding Tesla stock, I'm always like, bro, you should have just kept that in there and not worried about the meantime. I mean, if those movements really bother you and you just can't separate your emotions from the market, then maybe just not look at that stock for 5 to 10 years and you'll see the reward in not investing based on emotions. So of course, that's just my opinion on Tesla stock. So with that, I understand that there's a lot of investors where it's kind of difficult for them to separate their emotions from the market, but as you begin to invest more and get more comfortable with the basic rules of investing and also just understand how the market works, then it's a lot easier as you understand these things to separate your emotions from the market. So anyways, I just wanted to drill in on that one point right there, because I think that is one of the huge basic rules of investing, which is to try to separate your emotions from the market. So like I said, with these videos, I like to add in a few gems or nuggets of information every now and then. But just addressing Tesla stock for today, as you can see, counting the normal market hours and the after hours, we are at minus 2.23%. And at the beginning of today at 9 a.m., it started out at plus 1.32%. We were actually in the positive at plus $2,240. And then at 9:30 a.m., once the normal market hours started, we were at plus 1.19%. It went up to this peak, dipped back down, and then bounced back up again to this point at 10:10 a.m. Keep in mind, I think this one or this one. So this one was the highest point of the day at 9:35. But from this point at 10:10 a.m. this morning, that's when it started to go downhill, and it spiked all the way downwards into the red to this point at 11:25 a.m. at minus 1.23%. And then it started to incline upwards a little bit for the rest of the day with some volatility here and there. We hit this peak back up in the green at 1:25 p.m. at plus 0.47%. It drops back down and then bounces back up over the line once again into the green at plus 0.08% at 3 p.m. And then sadly at 3 p.m. in the last hour of the normal market hours, it went downhill pretty significantly all the way to this point at 3:55 at minus 1.92%. That's minus $3,250. And then even after that, after we hit 4 p.m., it bounces down a little bit and then bounces back upwards, and we saw an incline right here. But as you can see, the after hours are still in the negative currently. So surprisingly, we had a pretty volatile day. We had different sections of the day where it started out green, then it started to decline a little bit. Then in the midday, it started to incline a little bit, going over and under the line multiple times. And then towards that last hour of the day, it started to go downwards. And then as you can see in the after hours, it's a little bit in the negative as well. So a pretty volatile day with some weird trends overall. But as you can see, the general trend was downwards. If we just look at the beginning of the day at 9 a.m., it starts out at one of the highest points. And then by the end of the day, it is much, much lower than it was at previously. So started out pretty high and then went all the way down into the the red by the end of the day. So not the greatest day ever, but as I said, if you're looking for opportunities and you have cash on the sidelines and you're actually waiting for a day like this, then this was certainly good for those investors that especially want to get in on Tesla stock before the Q3 earnings report, and for those that just want to buy Tesla stock in general for the long term, which I have to admit, making a play by buying Tesla stock just to invest for the long term and not just simply focusing on this Q3 earnings report, that's the big brain play. Obviously, I don't feel like it's a bad idea to purchase before the Q3 earnings report, at least at this point in time while it's on a discount, just because I think there's going to be positive news announced. I think they're going to beat expectations. But even regardless of all of that, in terms of the long-term vision, I mean, buying right now is a pretty good idea, I think, because there's a lot of progress going to happen with this company over the next 5 to 10 years especially. And I think traditional auto analysts are just going to continue being proven wrong by Tesla themselves as we start to see them change and innovate drastically and just continue to grow tremendously as a company. So even buying right now, as I said, that's one of the main reasons I'm buying today. Just spending any amount of cash that I have on the sidelines as part of like fractional shares, I'm buying right now just because I still think this is a great opportunity in the long term. I don't think this opportunity has been fully realized by the rest of the market. However, as we know, a lot of us have already realized this opportunity, which is why the share price is up so much already. But still, I think in the long term, I'm investing for the future. I'm investing for where this company will be in 5 to 10 years, 10 to 20 years, 20 to 30 years. So as I stated, full transparency, I'm still buying Tesla stock today. But just to address the current movements for this, as you can see for today's return, we are at minus 2.20%, which is minus $3,751.65. And then for the total return, we are currently at plus 47.74%, which is plus $53,898.23. And then also, before we end this video, just to check the sidebar here, we did have NASDAQ in the green today at plus 0.36%. VOO was in the red at almost the inverse of that at minus 0.32%. And then as you can see, a lot of the tech stocks are in the red. And then even some of these on the watch list as well. It's almost half and half with a little bit red, and then sometimes there's a ton of green as well. But basically, the market went either way today. At least with the NASDAQ, it was in the green and Adobe was in the green, but we had a lot of tech stocks in the red as well. And like I always say, on the red days, Tesla does tend to be the one that loses a lot more in terms of a share price or a percentage loss compared to the rest of the tech stocks, and that's just how it goes. So as I said, for those looking for an opportunity to buy today, then this was actually a good chance to do so. But anyways, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. And also, feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks. And especially with Webull right now, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600. And to get that, all you have to do is sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. So keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks. So it's basically nice passive income with minimal effort. And it also helps support this channel as well, in which I'll get some free stocks that I commonly sell to buy Tesla stock. So you all help me with my Tesla investment tremendously. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.